All right, kids. In today's show, we have news about Disney release, more information about this Moana attraction at Epcot. We're all waiting for this thing. We were there Sunday. There's still no building. So, anyway, Believe, the Sea of Dreams nighttime show is going to debut at Tokyo Disney in November. We have headline news, meetups, trivia, and so much more, all on this week's Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
All right. Hey, John is still on his little sabbatical. I have a great co-host with me. He's my brother-in-law, Bill. Longtime Disney fan, first-time caller. Welcome to the show.
Long-time listener.
Long-time listener. Long-time brother-in-law. Welcome to the show, Bill. Everybody, this is Bill. Bill, that's everybody.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So
Big shoes to fill for your normal co-host, but
yeah.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, now you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Everybody does fine on the show. When was the last time you were in the park? Recently, like what was it?
Just before Christmas.
Oh, just before Christmas. Good.
Just before Christmas.
Yeah.
So I just haven't yet made it down for spring or summer, but I got a trip scheduled end of September, beginning of October. That'll be the next.
Cool.
The next one.
Are you trying to come down for Epcot's 40th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be there.
Maybe they'll do something. Maybe they won't. Who knows?
Maybe. We'll see.
Light up that big ball in the front. With the big 40 logo on it.
Something.
Yeah.
Well, after the 50th in the Magic Kingdom, they set the bar kind of low. So we.
Yeah. I hope somehow it's not possible, but how do you fix this 50th celebration? I mean, it's 18 months of blood. I mean, we were promised 50 things for the 50th, and we got nothing.
No.
We still don't have nighttime parades.
They're going to be, the 50th's going to be over before Tron gets rolling.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how you fix it. I mean, you would think that, a guy who came from parks, you would think
would care about parks.
Would care about the parks, but I think he's a little more bean counter than the emotional side of it. So whatever. Yeah. It's I mean, we will see. I do think they're savvy enough and smart enough, and certainly they've got people that scour all of the social media. They know what's going on in the world. They know. I mean, there's a reason why he didn't speak opening day for the 50th, and they squeezed it in at midnight the night before just for employees.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
So we talk about Tron for 1 sec. So here's my opinion. I think Tron is not going to open until after October 1st because it starts their new fiscal year, and that'll generate all of that fun revenue in a new fiscal year for them, which will kind of boost that year,
Right.
Because they did Guardians in this year. There's no reason to open up another attraction. My thinking is they're just going to save it for October, and then, they'll have something new in their shiny new fiscal year. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think from, wearing the business hat again, I'm sure that's exactly what what the executives are thinking, because look, where they are, all things considered, and everything that the long timers and the hardcore fans are not happy about. The parks are they're at practical capacity.
Yeah.
Given the limited capacity that they've assigned to the parks, but they are they are making money. The one thing that I do hope we start to see back again is the entertainment in the parks.
Yeah. Right.
Like to me, I think that is a long-standing thing.
Yeah.
And for a large segment of the park population, they go to the parks for the entertainment. They want to see the live shows. You want the parades. You want the interactive character meet and greets. You want a lot of people pass their whole day that way and could care less about when Tron opens.
Right. Yeah. 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 I mean, I love the parades. I love especially the nighttime shows and nighttime parades. It was very weird for me when they said they were going to send Main Street Electrical Parade to Disneyland. I'm like, wait, it's celebrating its 50th. Shouldn't it be in the park that's celebrating its 50th?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to anybody?
Yeah. Well, the one good thing that I think will help right now, short term, that I think will happen before October, is the train is going to reopen.
Yeah,
the train should be coming back.
Right. Yes.
So I think that'll be a big boost to many. And that's a great. I mean, I know with my family, regardless of the age groups of the kids, that was just always the thing. Like, hey, even though now everybody's in college or out of college, that's a thing.
Yeah,
let's go ride. Let's take a tour around. Take the train. It's nice. That makes you feel Walt.
Yeah,
when you're doing that.
Yeah, yeah. In worst case, it's great transportation to get to the back of the park.
Well, that's true too. If it's a hot day.
Yeah. Yeah, or you're in Fantasyland, you're trying to leave, you take it to the front, you get out.
Take the train to the front.
Perfect. All right, Bill, let's get into the news that we got going. What's the first story we got going here?
So we have the Ama Ama to reopen at the Hawaii Aluani Resort. I always say that wrong. But,
I do too.
Anyway, Disney said they are thrilled to announce the reopening of their signature oceanside restaurant, Ama Ama, returning as a newly imagined dinner-only dining experience this fall. Soon to be unveiled, Ama Ama will feature a new upscale dining menu backed by dynamic culinary team that invigorates each locally inspired dish, cocktail, wine, and dessert with Disney service and attention to detail that the parks have been known for, particularly at that resort.
Yeah.
So it's a collaborative effort led by Disney Imagineer Jeanette Lomboy. Guests with a careful eye will notice familiar details seemingly left by generations of family members, including our own beloved aunt and uncle, who lived in this space and continued to expand upon it over time. New light fixtures inspired by traditional Hawaiian fish baskets. Has a new alluring central light fixture composed of a fin-like element that swim above the entrance. The enhancement to the connection between the restaurant and its namesake, the Ama Ama fish, historically the most abundant vital fish in all of Hawaii.
Wow.
So we're excited to welcome Moana back to the Ama Ama and celebrate this enhancement of the dining experience for all of our guests.
Wow. Have you been to Aulani? I think you've been there.
I went practically right after it opened. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. I still haven't been out there.
I was there early on. I know they've done a lot of things since then. I'll probably go back at some point, but I mean, I enjoyed it. It's I think that in general, not only that one, but Vero Beach and Hilton Head and those other resorts that they've built that are not near a theme park per se.
Yeah,
they're great resorts. They do a good job. There's a lot of family-oriented things that go on there. But I'm hoping things like what they're going to do over at Epcot with Moana, a few more of those types of features, not necessarily an attraction, would be a big boost to those resorts.
Yeah, definitely. I love Vero Beach.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, Vero Beach is great. I love it there.
Yeah.
All right, so our new dear friend Zach Ridley, an Imagineer, actually head of Imagineering, gave us a little peek at the Journey of Water at Epcot. It's a walk-through attraction, which is weird, inspired by Moana. Today he gave he posted this graphical image, kind of like water from land to sea to rain to sky to, kind of how we're going to walk through this, journey of water. The new graphic is one of many that will be seen and focuses on the dynamic movement of water. These graphics will guide guests through the cycle of water. So this will be fun and engaging way to tell the story. The attraction reminds us of the vital link we share with water across our planet. So it's very interesting. But it's very interesting that they went with a walking attraction and not like an Omnimover or something, so that they can pivot you to look at things or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see what it's like.
Look, it could be really great.
Yeah.
I mean, if the theming is right, and if it's if it's anything like what they had in the Epcot experience.
Yeah.
It lives up to that. I think that always looked exciting to me.
Right.
I was happy when they announced it at the expo a couple of years ago.
Yeah. And it's interesting that, where it's kind of placed, where Communicore East used to be, or West, depending on which way you're looking at the park. But it's not near, like, the Living Seas, which is the water attraction, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see how it works out for them.
Definitely.
Good. Yeah. All right, what's happening over at Tokyo, Bill?
So in Tokyo, we're getting ready to unveil the new nighttime spectacular, Believe. That's going to debut in the parks in November. Tokyo Disney Resort announced a new nighttime spectacular, Believe. It's going to premiere in November 2022. It'll be at the Tokyo Disney Sea Park. At night, the waters of the Mediterranean harbor will be transformed into a sea of dreams, a place filled with wishing stars that appear whenever someone makes a heartfelt wish. The show features large boats gliding dynamically over the water's surface, bright lasers, searchlights illuminating the sky. Plus, for the very first time, images will be projected on the walls of the Tokyo Disney Sea Hotel, Miracosta. Adding to the fun, characters from Disney and Pixar fans and films, along with dancers, will grace the boats to the delight of guests. Believe is scheduled to debut on Friday, November 11th.
Nice.
So guest characters will include Peter Pan, Wendy, Aladdin, Rapunzel, Miguel, Ariel, Moana, Elsa, and the show is going to run about 30 minutes.
Yeah, all the usual suspects.
Be like a cross between Harmonious and the now defunct Circle show at Animal Kingdom.
Exactly. Hey, but you know what? You can't rule these guys out. I mean, Oriental Land Company loves to throw money at things and make it awesome.
Yes.
So whoever wrote this copy may have done a terrible job in telling us what this thing is really like. But or got lost in translation from Japanese to English. So who knows? Right?
No, but I do agree with you. I do think there's a lot of really neat things that go on in the Pac Rim parks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting there. Sometimes.
Yeah. Right. Sticking with Tokyo Disneyland, there, Mickey's PhilharMagic is going to get the Coco treatment like we got. So, the Oriental Land Company just announced that Mickey's PhilharMagic at Tokyo will receive a new scene featuring the Academy Award-winning song "Remember Me" from Disney's Pixar 2017 film Coco, starting September 15th. So this is something easy that they do. It goes down for like 3-4 days, and it's all done. This will be the first update to Mickey's PhilharMagic film since it debuted in 2011. The attraction, which is currently closed for refurbishment, is also set to receive an upgraded digital projection, which we also got. Sure to make the bright and colorful Coco scenes truly pop off the attraction's 150-foot wide screen with a 180-degree seamless wraparound screen. So if you've never seen the show, it's really one of the best shows, video shows.
Maybe ever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one of the best things that Imagineering's ever put out.
Yeah. And your picture behind you was from the opening of Mickey's Philomagic.
Yes, it is.
I got one too.
That one's limited.
It is limited.
Number and has a little signature on it. So.
It'll be the only framed pin lithograph you'll ever get from Disney. Again.
Probably correct.
It'll never happen again. Now they'll just throw you the pin and the lithograph. Yeah. Here you go. You frame it. We're tired of doing that. So it's a good addition. It's interesting. I like when they can, subtly add these things in there without ruining the integrity of the, the main show. So it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the Coco treatment. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah. Cool. So continuing on with Tokyo Disney. So they are now announcing that they're going to add the Lena Bell wrap monorail at the Tokyo Disney Resort. For those that might not be familiar with who Lena Bell is, this is part of the Duffy world. Right. So this is one of Duffy's newest friends. She will make her debut in September at Tokyo Disney Sea. And it is going to be a complete monorail wrap on the Disney Resort. It's scheduled to debut on the 8th of September, which is the same day that it'll debut at Tokyo Disney Sea. It will run until the end of March. In addition, there will be a limited time 1-day pass available for September 8th and October 31st. It's been 2 years since the Duffy-themed monorail was last seen. Last time was back in 2020 for a short period of time. And if you're unfamiliar with the Disney Resort line, the monorail connects you to Disney Tokyo Land and Disney Tokyo Sea and the hotels that separate the two, including the brand new Toy Story Hotel.
Right. Yeah, so something I did not know until recently, actually, is that they charge you to ride the monorail in Tokyo. Unless you're
an attraction.
Or
it's an
transportation for them.
Transportation.
Yeah. Except if you're a hotel guest, then you get a pass for the length of your stay. But and that's why they say there'll be a limited one-day pass available for that. And the other thing they have is if you get one of those tickets, each one has different characters on it. Each machine has different characters, and you can collect all the characters by purchasing different passes. I was like, only them would think of those things. It was brilliant marketing. Make you buy more tickets.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy.
For sure.
All right, let's talk about some meetups. We are going to have a Christmas crawl. We haven't decided the exact date yet, but that'll be in December. Usually it's the first 2 weeks in December. We try to get it out of the way before the holidays, slam the resorts, and we don't want to be stuck on a monorail somewhere. And then we're thinking about some other meetup over at the Carolwood Pacific Room over at Wilderness Lodge. Maybe do like a little train meetup maybe over there. So stay tuned. We're trying to figure out dates. We have some pretty crazy schedules, so we're trying to figure those things out. All right. Hey, last week we had a trivia question. It was this. Which was the first animated film to receive a nomination for Best Picture Academy Award, obviously. And that goes to Beauty and the Beast. And the winner was Anthony. So Anthony, as we like to say, the prize is in the mail. But let's give you this trivia question. Ursula, the sea witch in The Little Mermaid, was inspired by what famous actress? And this is, I wrote this question before, unfortunately, Pat Carroll passed away. So this is now a very timely trivia question because, Pat Carroll played Ursula in The Little Mermaid. But if you think you know the correct answer to this, who this character was based on, it's a famous person, send that to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. And what I'd also tell you to do is go to our website or wherever you get your podcast feed from. We posted our interview with Pat Carroll recently, actually yesterday, in honor of Pat's passing. We had her on the show, and we loved her, and we just thought that we should, post that one more time in memoriam. All right, let's talk about things that are closed in Walt Disney World. And it's a pretty big list. If you're planning a trip between now and, maybe the end of the year, just, check online. Things change, things get updated. But we thought we'd kind of run down a small list for you to help you out. Currently at the Magic Kingdom, the railroad is still closed. They are laying the track in the new tunnel, and we're hoping that finishes all of this. Cast members went back to work already. They're being retrained. They've been testing it in some places. So we think
usually a good sign. Once they start retraining, then it's close.
It's going to happen. Yeah. Enchanted Tales with Belle is going down for a refurb. I can't imagine. Maybe the door broke. I don't know what went wrong over there. Maybe it just needs another coat of paint. Over in Fantasyland, Pete's Silly Sideshow is going down for another rehab. It was down for a long time because of the fire, but now and then it came back, and now maybe something happened. They need to fix some things. And the Bippity Boppity Boutique in the Magic Kingdom is also still closed, but that is coming back. I don't think it's doing a refurb. I just think they didn't have anybody doing anything, so that will come back.
I think that was more pandemic related than anything else.
Yeah. Yep. Over at the studios, for the first time in forever, Frozen Sing-Along is going down for a refurb. Do you need to reload the snow machines? Like, what's... It's a show! Come on, people. What are you going to fix? Maybe they're going to flip it and make it something else, like Coco or Encanto or, whatever. Who knows? So don't...
I think there might be a revolution among the 8-year-old girls if they did that.
Hey, listen, I love the show because...
I do too. Listen, I hate to admit this, particularly in a live forum, but I'll be darned if I don't freaking well up with tears every time. Every time.
Okay, you should have just said you liked it and stopped there, Bill.
Well,
no, it's a great show. First of all, it's almost 40 minutes of air conditioning. That's number one. Let's start there. And a seat.
In August.
Yeah.
Especially in August.
And a seat. And there is a lot of adult-aimed humor that, just goes over the little kids' heads. Right. A lot of puns and innuendos that the kids just don't get. And it seems like they've given them a little bit more freedom to riff in certain areas where they can just do their own little shtick thing.
If the storytellers are spot on, it can be... I mean, it's always good, but I've seen a few where it was just spectacular.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just spot.
Yeah, exactly. Fantasmic is still down. We think it's going to come back. This is one of those things I think it's going to come back in the fall as well. Because I think they're going to want to draw.
I think that comes back for the Epcot 40th.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my guess.
Yep. And the Voyage of the Little Mermaid is still down. I really think there's an opportunity here now to fix that entire area. Get rid of the Star Wars things that doesn't belong there anymore. Put it somewhere over there.
Right.
Make that like part of Toy Story, or make it Pixar-ish, whatever, because it sits right next to Toy Story Land. Connect the two things. I think there's an opportunity there. So right now it's probably just they don't have the entertainment people to put on that show. So.
Yep.
And I heard it's really not the on stage people that they're having a problem. It's all the other lighting and rigging and all the other things that go with it. That is the problem there. Over in Epcot, the movie over at Canada, Far and Wide Circle Vision, is closed, and it's not for a refurb. It's that they're using that space as part of Food and Wine. So there's a couple of I think apple cider, and a couple of brewery things are in there. So it's really just a place where you go get air conditioning and have a couple drinks inside. And the beloved Narcosis went down for a really long haul. It is going to be down until next year. So don't go looking for a Narcosi reservation anytime soon. You're not going to find one. But they're saying that they're also going to potentially make this bigger. So we'll see what that entails and what that means. And then also the Kona Cafe. We were just there and we were saying, God, this place could use a little painting. And maybe somebody listened to us and now it's going to get a refurb. So it's starting August 15th for that, but they did not say when it will reopen. So we'll have to see what happens. I think the last time I was in Narcosis might have been with you and Maria.
Wow. That was a
long time ago.
That was a little while ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, no, I was there one other time when they were doing Sunday brunch.
Oh.
Yeah. That was good. All right, let's get into some headline news.
And now, the headline news.
All right, the first fun thing is Disney's Victoria and Albert reopened, and they now have exquisite dining experiences. They weren't just grand, now they're exquisite. Have you been there, Bill?
I have. It just means it's a lot more expensive now. But I'll tell you though, the I've been going less and less, not because I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to wear a jacket.
Yes, me too.
When I'm down in the parks, I'm typically casual. So
yeah,
that I gotta like switch gears and I gotta get dressed. I mean, it's great. It's a great experience. It is fine dining.
Yeah,
it's wonderful. But yeah.
And I'm with the suit thing, and then I just have a hard time swallowing the price, considering it's like a 24-hour rental. I mean, food doesn't stay with you forever. I can't eat it again, so it's got to leave.
Yes.
So I have a hard time swallowing $250 whatever for that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. One time, it's one of the 5 places I've not eaten at on Disney property. So, is there a list, Bill, that you have not been to? Restaurants you've not been to? I'll send you a list so you can check them off.
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't been to Beer Garden in about 35 years.
Okay.
I'm not.
But you've been.
Yeah.
What about the new Tokyo dining? Not the one upstairs, the one downstairs, the new lower.
Yeah. I haven't done it since it reopened, but I did it previously.
Okay. Good.
Actually, you know what? I haven't been to the new the new restaurant in Morocco. Was it No, it was Tangerine. Now it's Spice Road or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So Spice Road, I haven't done.
Right. Yeah. For me, it's the new Tokyo, Askashures, Cinderella's Royal Palace, Living with the Land. It's just like all my places are in Epcot for some reason, and Victoria and Albert's. That's it. That's my list. Yeah.
I've been to a lot of them. I actually have.
Yeah.
But I'm a lunatic, and you know that. So I mean, I honestly, Anthony, we spoke earlier. I'm still the same, 8-year-old boy, 1972 February.
Yeah.
When I walk into the park, I'm not the bald, short guy. I'm just an 8-year-old kid.
Right.
Looking like, let's go, come on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Game on. Let's go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
One of my favorite places, Morimoto Asia at Disney Springs, is going to host what they're calling Summer Matsura. So they're going to take the top floor. They're going to have different kinds of sushi and beers up there. That is going to be on August 7th. You go to, I think it's pantinagroup.com to get your ticket. You do need to buy a ticket ahead of time. If they have any, they'll sell them at the door, but that typically is not the case. So
that'll be great. I like that restaurant.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I have been in the past. Maybe I'll go again if I have time. Actually, I'm going to be on a cruise, I think. Anyway, Spaceship Earth design has been added to the new guest relations. We happen to have been in there. I'll see if I can post some pictures this week. They really did a great job. It's still the same counter. They just, new light fixtures, new background, new art and stuff. So really did a good job of cleaning that up. Magic Kingdom is going to open earlier than normal on Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween dates. So I think what they heard from guests is, hey, I have to get out of the park early because you have the Halloween party. I paid all this money, so now they're going to give it back to you in the morning. So it'll open up earlier. I think it's going to be 9 and 8 on most days for the Halloween party dates. Only when there's a Halloween party, not all fall.
Well, it's like right now, it's like every other day.
Yeah.
They've added so it starts. Isn't the first one like August 19th?
Yeah, it is coming up. It is coming up. And it was funny, I was just reading this article talk about Halloween. The CEO from Hershey says, we will not be able to make the demand for candy this Halloween. Wow. There will be a Hershey shortage. I was like, what?
Interesting.
Like, excuse me, you didn't stockpile stuff or put it away for Halloween? Like what?
Did you not know it was coming?
Yeah. Is this your first Halloween?
Right.
So it'll be interesting because, I mean, Disney does use a significant amount of Hershey products. So maybe they're just going to flip to Nestle stuff and, say, see you later, Hershey. Thanks for nothing.
We'll see.
Yeah. Disney World extended their park hours in all 4 parks in late July and most of August. And I'm assuming that's just because of summer vacations and more people in the parks. There's really no...
Yeah, well, capacity and occupancy in the hotels is up.
Yep.
I read an article that they basically referring to this right now as like revenge travel.
Yeah.
Because people have been locked up they haven't gone out for a while.
For 2 years.
So, for 2 years. So everybody's like, we're going.
Yeah. And they have this pile of money that they've been putting away for vacation, and they had 2 extra years to add to that pile. So now they're like, yeah, let's make it 2 weeks at Disney World now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We got our second night of Halloween party, which is sold out. There are now 2 nights that are completely sold out. Obviously, one is Halloween, and I can't remember what the other one is, but there's only 2. So right now you have a pretty good shot. But soon that will disappear. And also Disney's H2O Glow After Hours event is sold out on August 6th, which takes place over at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon. And you have to be a DVC member for that one. But that is sold out. And that went...
I think they added another...
Did they add another night?
On email, I think this morning, they added, I think, August 9th.
Okay, well, good.
See if I can I'll find that while we're...
Yeah, because it's sold out in seconds, which it always does. Especially in August, it's summer. Everybody's down, everybody wants to go to a water park, and why not do it when there's less people there? So it just makes sense. We were just there in July, 4th of July, and had a really good time. Had a very good time. I rented a cabana because I did not feel like trying to fight for a chair every time.
It's actually it's September. I'm just seeing it now. So registration for DVC members begins tomorrow, August the 3rd at 11 a.m. The additional event date is September 8th. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's it.
I'm glad they did that.
So they added another one, yeah.
Yeah, good for them. Smart people. Did they say what are they charging for that now, Bill? Or is it still free? Have they added a price to it?
There's nothing in the email. Let me click
it's
through.
Probably free. Yeah.
If they say, looks like it's. I don't see a fee.
Yeah.
So.
Good. I'm glad they're keeping it free.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I want to thank Bill, my co-host, for joining me. Hopefully he'll come back and do this next week. It was too painful for him.
You never know. Give me a call.
Exactly. So thank you, Bill, for coming by, and it's always great to talk Disney with you. Unfortunately, it's in a virtual thing, not in person. So thank you for that. Make sure you go subscribe to the show, go subscribe to our newsletter, and thank you for listening, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to do that. We appreciate that. And as we like to say around here, if we don't see you in the parks, we'll see you online at the Disney Parks Podcast.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.